just lead one from calm abiding meditation, where you first settle the mind, into insight meditation, where you observe um, some of the qualities of the mind, the ground awareness and the outflowing awareness, of which I'll try to make those concepts a little bit clearer. And then once has looked at the mind from a particular perspective, then um, using a method to shatter conceptual thought so that you can actually have a direct experience of this uh, ground awareness, which is called what some people in the Buddhist tradition is called the nature of the mind. Okay, so let's start with the calm abiding practice. To do this, we use a simple breathing technique called balancing the breath. So breathing in slowly, pausing in, breathing out slowly, pausing out until the in and out breath get balanced so that naturally calms the mind. Then as you breathe in, you can think you're breathing in the energy of the universe. As you pause in, you're digesting it. As you breathe out, let go of all negativity. Sort of what's happening when you're breathing. You're breathing in oxygen, you're taking it in, and then breathing out carbon dioxide. So here, taking in the energy of the universe, digesting it, letting go of all your negativity. And just when your mind, when the breath has been balanced, just let go of paying attention to the breath and just rest in what's called, in some terminologies, open awareness. Just be present without grasping onto whatever is happening. And at this moment, you now look at awareness itself. So observe the clarity of the mind. The mind is clear and limitless, can function in total darkness. It's like the sky without clouds, but the sun is shining in the middle of it. There's a knowingness quality. So this ground awareness is spacious like the sky, but there's also, unlike space, there's a knowingness quality, clarity. And then everything appears, thoughts, feelings, perceptions. So realize that whatever is appearing is not separate from this ground awareness, just like the rays of the sun are inseparable from the sun. the waves are inseparable from the ocean. So this experience of seeing that whatever is appearing is not separate from that ground awareness that has a technical name, Rikpa. So this ground awareness, in physics terms, you might think of as something similar to the quantum vacuum. But the quantum vacuum is not just nothingness. It's the potential for everything to manifest. And that is that outflowing awareness. But these two are not separate things. So just recognize that. And as you experience this calm and clear mind, observing this, whatever is taking place, the main thing is not grasping onto whatever is happening. Don't try to conceptualize. So it's like looking at the waves on the beach without describing them. Just be aware they arise from the ocean, they return to you. You're experiencing all this happening, but you're not commenting, you're not having a running commentary. So the real issue is having confidence in what you're observing when you're doing the insight meditation, that you've gotten it right. So in order to have that confidence, uh, one has to temporarily destroy conceptual thought and observe the ground awareness that is temporarily free from this outflowing awareness. So you're going to stop the waves or stop the sun's rays for temporarily. And when one does this, then experiences directly this ground awareness. So all kinds of methods have been technique, tricks, or whatever to introduce one to the mind's nature. So this particular method comes from um, a woman guru in India named Sukhasiddhi. Uh, this is one of many, many types of approaches, but they're all kind of similar. So first, you put your left hand in a fist with your index finger pointing over your heart. Point your right hand to space. So you got to go like this. So here you're supposed to be outside, but we'll do our best. So you look with your eyes wide open at the center of space. Gaze at the center of space. Loosen your grasping and fixation on duality. And then I'll say, ha, loudly, and you'll drop the posture. Ha! Duality gets dismantled a little bit. Now breathe out slowly. Breathe in deeply so that the air goes down to your navel center. And then imagine a white sphere in your navel center, and that there's a channel that goes up to your fontanelle. And then we're going to say, pay 3 times, At the third pay, imagine this white sphere shoots out of your forehead into space and dissolves into space. Pay, pay, pay! Rest in the essence of awareness, free from duality, with this feeling that your mind, like space, is free from duality. Remain in that state without clinging to thoughts or projecting thoughts. And then we'll say pay again 3 times, and there'll be a few more instructions. Pay, pay, pay! Remain in that natural state without adding anything, being very relaxed, without opinions, while resting in this ground awareness of the nature of mind. See all the projections of thought without doing anything, not meditating, just being with whatever is happening. Realize that everything is an illusion, impermanent like a dream, but accept relative reality, relative truth. So continue observing all this outflowing awareness without grasping. Just stay in this state of not meditating with that recognition. So that's one way of introducing the nature of mind. There are lots of other strategies and different uh, traditions of non-duality. So the whole idea is then to keep reminding yourself to spend time in that ground state, this ground awareness. And then gradually this will infuse whatever you're doing, and you'll be able to see, experience everything from without the conceptual overlay. And that is the beginning of actually having actual freedom. So we get constrained by our preconceived ideas about how everything should be. being able to rest in the ground awareness allows us to just be present without creating a preconditioned way of looking at what we're experiencing. So I hope that is beneficial and relevant to what we're discussing here. So if you have any questions,
Well, thank you very much, Fred. I think this shared experience is going to be really helpful for the discussion tomorrow as we try to bring things together to have something to point to in terms of when we talk about the contemplative studies and kind of what does that mean, that the actual experiential contact with these kinds of states is a really important part of that, and the fact that we're all kind of doing it together has been very, very helpful, I think. So unfortunately, I believe we will have to move on to the final talk. I know Amit has a question, so hopefully, Amit, could you just message Fred directly, and then yeah, make sure to be writing these things down too, because tomorrow we'll have a